What's going on, guys? Goonzig here, and welcome to episode 1 of Wonderful Weapons. This is a series where I hop in and go in depth with weapons from almost any game. I'll be giving you guys tips, tricks, class setups, basic reviews, and more to help you guys improve with the guns you may not be super skilled with in your favorite game. So I'm gonna try and help you guys out here. Now, I'm not saying I have all the secret tips to make you guys a god, but I definitely have some good ideas and find certain little things help with specific guns. Now, before we dive too deep into the video, I would appreciate it if you guys could show some support on the video. Smash that thumbs up for me, subscribe if you are new, and become a member of the Goon Squad. Let me know down below in the comments what gun you want to see next, what gun you want to see featured next, and you just might get a shout out in the next episode. Let's get into today's video. So for episode 1, I thought we would go ahead and keep it simple. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been playing a ton of Call of Duty World War II lately, and I honestly have been myself. I've been having a ton of fun with the game, and I've been putting a lot of time into it. So I thought I would hop in and choose one of the many weapons in World War II and break it down for you guys here today. For episode 1 of Wonderful Weapons, I have decided to break down the grease gun. The grease gun is the first SMG you unlock. You actually have it at level 1. You get it before you even level up. It's one of the first guns you can actually create a class with. And I feel it's kind of underrated. I feel people don't really use it a lot. I feel it's super underrated simply for the reason that you get it right at level 1. There's always somewhat of a stigma around the guns players have unlocked at level 1, but sometimes these guns can actually be pretty darn good. I personally like the grease gun. It's actually one of my favorite SMGs in the game. Let's get into the breakdown. The grease gun, also known as the M3 submachine gun, is an automatic SMG with low recoil and a steady fire rate. That right there is exactly why I like the grease gun. It has an average fire rate with very low recoil, especially when running grip as an attachment, which actually allows the gun to be accurate and easy to control at fairly long distances, especially when compared to the other SMGs in the game, or I guess most of the other SMGs in the game. There's no doubt that the PPSH and MP40 have greater recoil, and even a more mellow gun such as the Type 100 still kicks quite a bit when compared to the grease gun. And I actually noticed that the grease gun and the Type 100 recoil patterns are almost the same. They are very similar. So for the stats on the weapon, it has the best accuracy in its class, coming in at an 8. An 8, guys. That is pretty dang good. A 6 for damage and a 6 for range. So a fairly steady damage output, taking people out in about 3 to 4 shots depending on how far away the enemy actually is. And of course, if you are using a silencer, that may impact that shot number as well. If it's a far distance, you may need a 5th shot to finish them off, which is kind of expected with the SMGs in this game. It has a fire rate of 5, so the recoil is actually not too bad at all, but the weapon itself does have some idle sway. It does this weird thing right when you aim down sights. It kind of pulls one direction or pulls another direction. It's really weird right when you aim down sight. It's kind of something that goes on with every gun in the game, so you may just have to get used to that. Just keep in mind that there may actually be some movement right when you aim down the sight. This may make kills at long range somewhat difficult, but I mean, how often do you actually use an SMG for cross-map kills? Not very often. And if you do find yourself in that situation, it may be time to use a rifle. It may be time to switch it up and use a rifle. The maps are pretty small in World War II, so I don't think kill distance should be that much of a worry. And overall, the grease gun is a pretty decent gun choice if you want something that is kind of the jack of all trades. It's good at close range, so you can stay right in the action, and it will also pull through in those times of need where you are miles away from the enemy. If you haven't tried it out, I recommend getting your hands on the grease gun. as soon as possible. Now, one thing I do want to mention, and I know everyone is going to say that the
variants in this game are cosmetic only,
but does that really mean the guns don't give you an advantage? If you have one of the variants for the grease gun, I am honestly going to recommend that you use it. Use it, guys, rather than the standard grease gun. Take a look at the iron sights on the gun. The standard grease gun has a big circle that takes up, I mean, a lot of your screen, like a lot of your screen, guys. It gives you way less visibility, like you can barely see anything, while the Candy and the Brandi, which are the epic variants of the gun, they change the iron sights completely. And in all honesty, the gun takes up a lot less room on your screen and allows you to see more of the battlefield. I found sometimes I would end up losing track of people because the standard grease gun would actually cover them up, you know, I couldn't really see them. But as soon as I switched it up and used my Brandi, I noticed that my visibility was just that much better. It may just be me, but I think the variants may actually play a bigger role in this game than you think, even if they are just cosmetic only. Now, to conclude, guys, let's go over my final tips and thoughts on the gun itself. Like I said earlier, I personally really enjoy using the grease gun, well, the Brandi more specifically, and I have actually gotten some of my best gameplays while using it. It's a good gun for overall use. It's a really solid gun. Whether you're picking someone off a head glitch or just shooting someone at a long distance, the grease gun is gonna pull through. It's gonna pull through and get you that kill. It has low recoil and a fairly high damage output and will provide you with quick kills, guys. For my class, I usually like to run the airborne division so I can equip that silencer accompanied by the primed basic training for the extra gun attachment. I then like to use, of course, the grease gun or the Brandi in my case with quick draw, grip, and then either steady aim or advanced rifling. I'm not 100% set on what attachments are actually the best in the game so far, so I kind of like to change them up and try different things and experiment, find out what I like best. I'll run the 1911 and a frag to finish off the class, and like I said, I have tried the grease gun with rapid fire and other attachments, and honestly, find what fits your playing style. You may like the rapid fire if you don't get into too many long range gunfights, or maybe extended mags can help you get the job done so that you're not reloading as much. So that's it for episode 1 of Wonderful Weapons. The grease gun is definitely an underrated gun. So try it out for yourself and let me know down below if you do like the grease gun. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what gun you want to see next. Subscribe if you're new to become a member of the Goon Squad. And guys, I will catch ya in the next one. Peace out.